Do you want to intro this one or do you want me to?
Fuck yeah, I wanted to intro this one.
Okay. I wanted to be sure.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me do my thing. Include it. Put this in the video, by the way. Include this.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to the Speaking Nerd podcast, the podcast where half of us are dead, I guess. Just fucking gone. Um, it's me, Alter Brap, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, here with the second greatest of all time, Marvel DC fan. And we're gonna
Bitches.
be talking about some and sub bitches. But so we're gonna be talking about a topic that I am like one of the three people that cares about this, and I care about it so passionately that I bought a T-shirt to represent my passion for it, only for that T-shirt to be refunded because the eBay seller fucking ripped it. And of course, none of you guys know what I'm talking about unless you read the title of the video, and because it's we're gonna be talking about DC Nation. And for those who don't know what DC Nation is, first of all, how the fuck are you watching? Thanks, I guess. But DC Nation is was I should say a Saturday morning block on Cartoon Network where they would air, you guessed it, DC programming. But it wasn't just DC programming. This hour-long block really felt like you were stepping into the world of DC. You got some of the best and worst, but we'll get into that, shows that have ever graced the DC brand. But you also got bumpers, promos, everything branded DC, as well as animated shorts in between programming, which, were baller. They were all baller. They
Mm.
all they all were awesome. There's not a bad one
Oh yeah.
that I can recall. But either way, that is my fucking TLDR of what DC Nation was back in the day. And so in today's episode of Speaking Nerd, we're going to just be reminiscing on DC Nation. So Marvel, our co-host here, is going to be guiding us through this. I think I've been yapping enough for this episode.
Okay. So DC Nation. It launched March 3rd of 2012, and I was I actually when I I actually didn't have Cartoon Network growing up, so I never
Yeah, you
really
fucking Canadian.
I never fully got like I never fully had it, but I was always interested because my YouTube feed was flooded with DC Nation shorts and clips of whatever show they were um, uh, premiering at that time. First, it started with the first shows that they had for the DC Nation block were Young
Well, there
Justice
was
and
always
Green
two
Lantern the
shows.
Animated Series.
There
Yeah.
were always two shows, and it started off in 2012 with Young Justice and Green Lantern the Animated Series, which are both peak. They're both
Yes.
just they're both peak. And then later on, towards I want to say, halfway through 2013, the block had a shift to Beware the Batman and Teen Titans Go, which only
Yeah.
one of those is peak. And I'm gonna let you guys guess which one that was. Isn't
Teen
fucking Teen
Titans Go.
Titans? I hate you. Blow your brains out.
uh,
And then towards the end of the
yeah.
block, if I remember correctly, it just turned into like Beware the Batman got canceled after a season, so it just turned into just Teen Titans Go. But Teen Titans Go is the only show from the DC Nation block that would air outside of the block. Like, everyone knows how much Teen Titans Go filled up Cartoon Network schedule and still does because it's a fucking awful show, but it gets good ratings.
Mm.
So it's like having a whole. That's probably why they ended the block, to be honest, because they didn't have any other DC shows yet. Their only DC show they were airing at every other time of the day. But I feel like there's at least somewhat of a missed opportunity because like if DC Nation was still a thing, later on they would have got stuff like Justice League Action, My Adventure with Superman, etc.
Yeah.
They just, well, to be fair, Cartoon Network itself is fucking dead, but it's a story for another time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy
so
how it
DC
turned into
Nation,
that.
yeah, DC Nation essentially just started off this as like the strongest thing ever and died on the lowest note ever.
with Teen Titans Go, which is still on the air. I don't understand why. They're
It also,
still
I'm pretty sure
pumping
Teen
out
Titans Go
episodes.
started. It started on DC Nation because they had the shorts, the Teeny Titans shorts
Yeah.
that then spawned into Teen Titans Go. And you know
Mm,
what's funny is like I actually don't mind those shorts. I think those are funny. I hate the
yeah.
show so much.
Yeah, I like the new Teen Titans, the shorts were called. I like those
They were
shorts
Teeny
and
Titans. The fuck? What's Teeny Titans? Is that a comic? I think it's a comic. I think I'm retarded.
might be a comic. Yeah, might be a comic. Um, but yeah, those shorts were funny. Like, oh well, I don't know. We'll get to the shorts later, but um, yeah, all the shorts were great. But yeah, the Teeny Titans was good, and then you watch Teen Titans Go, and you're just like, man, I don't care about this
These
shit.
aren't the
Like
same
it's
writer.
like, no,
Well, here's the thing. The problem with Teen Titans Go, and I'm gonna go on a mini Teen Titans Go rant here, but Teen Titans Go, the main problem with it is that all of the writers, like no one has seen the original show. No one cares about the source material at all, whether it's the original Teen Titans animated series or just the comics the Titans are from in
yeah,
general. There's like no care for any of that, and on top of the fact that the animation is cheap Flash, which sometimes looks all right, and other times it looks horrendous. I don't know if you've seen any of the newer seasons, but the animation is particularly bad now.
might get a
And I know
random clip on
there's
like
nothing I could
TikTok
say that
showing,
a
but
YouTuber hasn't said in 2012 or
mm,
2013, but it's fucking dog shit. And
oh yeah,
this goes outside of DC Nation because even though DC Nation, which was a great block, died only airing Teen Titans Go, um, Cartoon Network itself has essentially died only airing Teen Titans Go. The amount of pilots and potential series that Cartoon Network could have picked up, but they decided not to, so they could keep spamming their schedule with Teen Titans Go. The amount of shows that were canceled, so they could free up the schedule to air more Teen Titans Go. Warner Brothers, what were they thinking?
I have no idea. I really don't. Yeah, I saw what was it a few years ago? Somebody on Twitter they posted a picture of like the schedule, like a day schedule of what was airing on Cartoon Network. And besides like maybe two other shows, it was nothing but Teen Titans Go. Like
You'll
it
get
was just like it
your
was so
brand new
absurd.
episode of Universe, and you'll get a regular show and Adventure Time rerun, maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Do you think the kids watching like Cartoon Network right now are so bored of Teen Titans Go? It's just like, oh my god, watch something
Here's my
else.
thing. Here's my thing. Do kids even watch Teen Titans Go? Because when I was a kid, none of my friends, like I was a kid when I was like maybe like elementary, whenever Teen Titans Go came out. That's like target audience. I
Right.
didn't give a fuck about that show. None of my friends gave a fuck about that show. There were like two kids in our class that thought it was funny, and we made fun of them. And then like, but then you see how good the ratings are, and still kind of are compared to everything else that airs. Like, there's really only two things on Cartoon Network's like schedule that actually, you know, have good viewership, and that's the entirety of Adult Swim has decent viewership, and then just Teen Titans Go has good viewership. And I don't understand it because like kids nowadays don't watch television.
Yeah.
Like, I could see maybe if they started just putting Teen Titans Go on like kids YouTube or something, maybe then it might pull some traction. But it's like I never see, like I have nieces and stuff. Like I don't ever see them watching Teen Titans Go.
No.
So it's like I don't know who's watching Teen Titans Go because like us as kids when it came out, we weren't fans of it. obviously the fans of the source material aren't fans of it, and then kids nowadays are definitely not watching it. They got fucking iPads,
Yeah.
so there's, you know what I mean. There's no target audience in my mind, yet it's somehow still successful. Teen Titans Go is the industry plant of Cartoon Network. It's a CIA fucking operation. That's what it is. Fucking fake.
President's behind this. I know it.
Fucking, I know
He's the one making more
the
Teen
Trump
Titans Go
administration's
episodes.
fucking cooking.
Just gotta keep pumping out Teen Titans Go episodes.
It's so
Gotta meet my
it's
quota.
genuinely just it's definitely disheartening how the show has gone on 3 times as long as the fucking original.
And if I believe this is the longest running DC show ever, I believe. Like,
Is
it's
it the
become
longest
that.
running Cartoon
So,
Network show as well? Or is Ed, and Eddie still got it beat out?
um, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure Teen Titans Go beat Ed, and Eddie for the longest running CN show.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because Ed, and Eddie was only on air for like 6 to 8 years. So it's definitely got it beat now.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years or so. And there's
Yeah,
another season coming out.
it's a decade of this straight ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
James Gunn, if you're
Fucking
watching this, I will pay you $1 million to cancel this fucking show. Because now you're over it. We have, you know what? I see what the Snyder fans were onto. But even then, the fucking Titans Go was there for the entirety of the DCE. Like, the entire DCEU that show was on. Is this video just turning into a fucking Teen Titans Go rant?
It might be. So let's talk about the other shows that were on the block.
Let's talk about the other shit. Let's start with Young Justice. That was the first one, wasn't it?
Young Justice, yeah. That was the first one. And
Now, Young Justice didn't catch much of it while it was on air, but I did go back and rewatch it once, I got Max and everything. And then, the new seasons have since came out, which I guess we'll talk about here in a second. But the 2 seasons of Young Justice on Cartoon Network were peak. Like, genuinely some of the best DC animation ever. And to my knowledge, it was fairly successful, wasn't it?
I want to say definitely first season was, and second season, like, I feel like, well, it might have been like the viewership kind of going down a little bit, but I think it was mostly toy sales is what canceled it
Yeah,
on
toy sales is what got all of DC
television.
Nation. Which then again, don't see any toys for Teen Titans Go. I just don't see that. So where the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, Young
But
Justice
yeah,
is
so
cool.
Young Justice was
My
was really
excitement
was really cool. Bruce Greenwood
yeah.
Batman, it's peak.
I love Bruce Greenwood Batman so much. I wish you would do more. I wish you would do more roles as Batman, but yeah, he's great.
This
I
is
love.
also the only DC Nation show that got a video game tie-in. That game is terrible.
Yeah. I want to try it out at
Bruce
some point.
Greenwood is Batman.
Yep. Awful video game.
It's also that the designs for the characters in that show, I think, are also just fucking peak. Like every
Yeah.
design:
It's all,
Batman, Superman, Superboy, Robin, Kid Flash, whoever.
yeah, and then you watch the DeCamo movies, and they got the same guy to character design everyone, and then they just look terrible. So I
Yeah, I
don't
don't.
get it.
Cartoon Network didn't pay him as much because fucking Young Justice got canceled. So he
Yeah,
said,
he's just like,
"Fuck
you know
you."
what? I'm gonna shit out these character designs, and you guys do whatever the fuck you want with them.
Well, it's the same thing as, like, I'm pretty sure the casting director for the films had previously worked on, like, the Dark Knight Returns films and Justice League
Yeah.
Doom and stuff. It's like, where the like you got Kevin Conroy in like every other fucking project. You got RoboCop as Batman. That was badass. Who the fuck's Jason O'Mara? Who is? I digress.
Yeah.
DC Nation, Young Justice. The first 2 seasons were peak. They were genuinely peak. Then, they got canceled after 2 seasons. It's taken off of the DC Nation block. This is the only show that has came back. However, ignoring the fact that Teen Titans Go hasn't been canceled yet when it should be. This is
Yeah.
the only show that got canceled but then brought back later on for the DC Universe streaming service. Anyone remember that? Fucking crickets.
Yeah.
Did you ever get there have DC Universe? Like that streaming service?
No. No,
Was it available in Canada?
I don't think it was. Or I remember trying to sign up for it and it just not working. So yeah, I don't think it was.
Oh,
I think it was just a US
well,
thing.
that's fucking gay.
Yeah.
It also apparently wasn't that successful. Every show that was on DC Universe, sorry, got put on HBO Max,
HBO
which was
Max.
later turned Max, which is now back to being HBO Max. And
Fucking streaming services.
God, I
It's just,
fucking hate
oh god.
Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has the stupidest characters.
Uh,
Stupid fucking game. No, but so
I
yeah,
was
Young
about to
Justice
say Warner
Outsiders.
Brothers is a stupid fucking company.
Warner Brothers is a stupid. Yeah, but so the Young Justice Outsiders was the name of season 3. Introduced a whole lot more characters. Season 3 was the start of the tonal shift, but it wasn't until like season 4 where they went full on like PG-13, almost R. The first 2 seasons obviously were PG rated. They were on a kids network, which was Cartoon Network, so that makes sense. And then, but they still had a dark tone to it, but it was never like fully like. Then then you get to season 3, Young Justice Outsiders, and it has the fucking like human trafficking in it, and there's a little bit of blood. Like they're like
You
trafficking
see,
metahumans in like the first
you
episode.
see, you see Batgirl's back getting blown out by Joker. Yeah.
I see. Here's the thing: I never got far into watching the Young Justice reboot.
I
This is news
I
to me. What the fuck?
I didn't either. I just remember seeing that clip online of like, and it's the worst way to do flashbacks. It's just still images where they're moving just ever so slightly, and then you see Joker shoot, or it might have been I don't remember. I don't care. Season 3 and
Oh,
4 suck
shoot
anyway. So
her!
yeah.
I thought you meant he was giving her back shots. That was crazy. You misword that. I was about to. I'm never. This is. We complained about Killing Joke, but we never complained about this. What the fuck?
It was funny.
Yeah. So
Um,
I
yeah.
liked what I saw of season 3, but I didn't. I never finished season 3, and I think they're on like what 5 now. Did they finally have a finale to that show?
I don't know if they're doing season. I thought they just canceled it again. Hold on.
I know they ended it, but I didn't know if they had if they gave it a proper finale. Because that was a big problem with the DC Nation. The 2 seasons that were on DC Nation was that they ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I don't think they did because I remember back in what it ends 2022, there was a lot of people complaining about where's season 5, where's season 5, and it's just something about so I'm assuming that it didn't really have a satisfying finale, but um, yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, it had a proper version of Red Hood, which is cool. They hinted at his character in fucking the first 2 seasons, but we finally got his appearance as Red Hood in
They got
an
there's a
Outsiders, which
tease
is
for him
cool.
in season 2 with the projection of his, his costume and stuff, and then I think he does get a full on appearance in season 3, but
Yeah, maybe we should watch all of Young Justice. Do a Young Justice.
maybe we should watch the good seasons of Young Justice and make a retrospective
I
about
think
that.
we should watch all of it and then play the game and read the comics and the porn parody, the Axel Braun, whatever else is available.
That's that's borderline obsession. I'm not allowing that.
Come Justice.
Come justice. So can we
Come
talk about
Justice.
inside her? Can we talk about the other
Yeah,
show? Let's talk about
yeah.
Green
Well,
Lantern.
there's two, but Green Lantern the animated series, I think, aired the same day as Young Justice as the start
Yeah,
of the DC Nation block.
they both premiered March 3rd, 2012, and they ended the same day too, March 16th, 2013. So over a year.
They
That's
both had
sad.
2 seasons.
They did.
Green Lantern the animated series. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched it a fair bit as a kid. I had the McDonald's toy of it, but I've not seen it since I was a kid.
I'm Well, that's how I started. Was I watched a couple episodes of the first season, at least the first 4 episodes or so, and I'm like, whatever, I don't care. And then, like years later, I picked the show back up. It is really good, so you should definitely check it out in full.
I do remember liking what I saw
Yeah,
a lot when I was a kid. I was a weird kid. I liked the fucking storytelling shit. So, but yeah, I do remember really liking the CG art style in the show. It's 3D Bruce Timm essentially is what the art style is, and I always thought it looked badass.
basically, yeah.
And I think this show also ended on a cliffhanger, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
So that means
Which
that
I think they resolve in Young Justice, season 3, season 4, something like that.
so
I don't know why it's
is
resolved
that
in Young
confirmed
Justice, but,
canon?
you know, it
Like,
beats me.
is Green Lantern and Young Justice canon now?
Like, I have no idea.
I
I guess
remember
now, but
some people were saying that. Remember some people saying Under the Red was canon to Young Justice,
yeah.
and like I think Justice League Doom was also there for some reason. I can't remember. There's a bunch of fucking theories, headcanons, whatever. But I remember Under the Red Hood got it, which is fair enough. It's the only other project where Bruce Greenwood played Batman. Peak, and then you got
Yeah.
uh, Justice League Doom, which I don't even remember why people said that was canon, but someone somewhere has a reason for why Justice League Doom is canon to Young Justice. But besides the point,
Yeah.
Green Lantern, I need to watch it.
It's great. I love it.
It also aired around this is such a weird time for fucking DC, dude. Like this was like peak, and I'm probably only saying that because of nostalgia. Because really, if you look back at it, the 3 movies that were coming out were Green Lantern, The Dark Knight Rises, and Man of Steel. That's a fucking hell trilogy.
Yep.
Which quick rundown. My hot take for that film is that it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't hate it.
Like I really don't hate that movie at all. I think, and here's the thing, Josh may hate me for this. I don't think Man of Steel's that bad either. I don't think it's that good of a Superman story, but I think it's a good, like a solidly made film. It makes everything else that Snyder made look like fucking, you know what I mean? Like compared to the other Snyder films, Man of Steel looks like The Dark Knight.
I think it's a bad movie, but I would watch it over Superman Returns any day.
Yeah, I mean, out of the Dark Knight Rises and Man of Steel, I think Man of Steel is the one I would probably watch the least. And then I'd say
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises is just objective film. It's a fucking Nolan film, of course it is. But like the only one of those, it's the only one of those three movies I'd call good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Green
Okay.
Lantern, I feel the Green Lantern is mid, Man of Steel is below mid, and then Dark Knight Rises is it's good. It's a good movie.
Right. Yeah.
Solid-ish ending.
So, yeah. Yeah, true.
But that's DC Nation. So
No, it's not.
that's Young Justice and Green Lantern, the animated series. There's one more show that we've not talked about that was on DC Nation. It's
I was
fucking
gonna
Peak.
s I was gonna say it's time to talk about your favorite show of all time.
Let's fucking go. Now, if they could bring any of the shows that we've discussed, I am going to say this should be the one because it kind of had a cliffhanger. Like it didn't really have that much of a cliffhanger when it ended, but it had more of like a teasing what's to come type of thing, where it's like the overall story of the because it only lasted one season. And we're talking about Beware the Batman.
Yeah.
Beware the Batman, the greatest fucking piece of fictional media of all time. I
Yeah.
think that well you said yeah to that, but, so I think if I'm not fuck. Well, I'm losing my fucking train of thought. I'm thinking about Peak right now. So Beware the Batman only had one season. It is the shortest running series on DC Nation. I believe once Green Lantern and Young Justice canceled, Beware the Batman and Teen Titans Go both aired in their places.
Yeah, that was their, replacements in a sense. It
Also,
first was
holy fucking tone shift, Batman. Why would you go from Beware the Batman to Teen Titans Go? That's such an abrupt change. Like Young Justice and Green Lantern were both serious shows. They cut, back to back. They're pretty all right to watch together. They set up Beware the Batman is what they did. Like the show or not, they set that show up. They did not want it to succeed, and it pisses me off because it had probably the biggest potential out of the three. It was the one that was probably the
and it
most creative in terms of what it was dealing with, you know, the characters. Like Green Lantern, the animated series, was just essentially just being the definitive Green Lantern show, kind of like how
yeah.
BTAS was for Batman, Justice League
It's
was for Justice
basically
League, etc.
Green Lantern is basically just Jeff Johns' run condensed into a cartoon. Young Justice is more or less
Just
like it's just
League Unlimited, but with sidekicks.
yeah.
That's how I would describe Justice. Beware the Batman was actually trying to be like a very original take on the Batman mythos.
I still remember the first time I ever saw that promo image online and how many people were just dog walking all over the show. Like they hated every look of it, and I was just like, "Oh, I'll check it out. Like it looks kind of neat, you know. I don't know about gun-toting Alfred, but it's like I don't know who the fuck
Well,
Katana is, but she looked
that's
cool.
taken straight out of Earth One. I can forgive that because that's just taken straight out of Earth One.
Yeah,
But as far as me, like I remember seeing they aired promo clips of it like on Cartoon Network, and I'd just be watching fucking I don't know Adventure Time or something, and then boom, new Batman show coming to DC Nation. I'm just like, yo, fucking peak. I caught it I caught every episode live. This is probably the first and only show that when I had cable, I caught on to every episode.
I recorded I DVR'd every episode that they had.
I did it as well.
Like like
I
at a
even
certain
whenever
point, like when the
when the show moved to Toonami on Adult Swim, I even did it then.
yeah. Yeah,
Now,
they had oh, go ahead.
finish what you were gonna say. I was just gonna say
Well, I was
what day it officially ended DC Nation because I can't remember if DC Nation went down and that's why You Were the Batman moved to Toonami.
well, DC Nation ended March 29th of 2014. Um,
Which
where
I
the Batman
which I believe
finished finished on DC Nation in October of 2013. So still
so they took it off of
still
DC Nation, threw that bitch on Toonami,
yeah, they took it off DC Nation, they threw it on Toonami. Teen Titans Go carried the rest of the block until it ended.
which is
That's
so
sad.
gay on so many
I
levels.
know. I know. It sucks.
Well, because Beware the Batman was handed the shortest stick ever because they just they set the show up by putting it only ever airing on DC Nation, no reruns at all. And then you know, then they fucking do the whole tax write-off thing, so they start airing it uh on Toonami, and they just air all of the last part of season 1. They just aired all in one night, like a 5-episode marathon on Toonami.
Yeah.
And then the show was never heard from again. They refused to acknowledge its existence. The only time I've ever seen publicly they acknowledge the existence is when I made a fucking tweet saying they should bring it back, and the official HBO Max account said, "So do we." You got more say than I do, motherfucker. You do it. I don't work for you. Motherfucker telling me to revive the show. Suck my dick. You have more pull than I do, HBO Max account.
Yeah.
Either way, I can acknowledge the flaws that Beware the Batman has, and I will not put it anywhere in like the top adaptations of Batman, but it will always be in the one of the top shows in my child mind because of just the close connection that I have with it. And that's why I'm so passionate about the fact that they really fucked that show over. Because it aired the shortest. It didn't even get to finish out its run. They just dropped it all on a completely different block than it originally was intended to air for. Just
It's
dropped it
so
all in
weird
like
to
one
me.
night, and it just
It's it's
it's
so
just they
weird to
did
me
not want to
thinking
spend
back.
anything.
Yeah, no,
So
they
weird to me.
didn't. They just had every ill intent against the show, and it's a good show. What I was gonna say is that it's so weird to me thinking back to my childhood because when I was a kid and they aired Brave and the Bold, it was they started the run and I was like, I don't really care about this. And then as a 13, 14-year old about to go into high school, fucking Beware the Batman starts, and I'm just like, that shit's lit. Like, I
It's
was
just
not the
hard,
demographic they wanted. That was not the demographic they wanted, but I still really enjoyed the show for what I saw.
which is
And
weird. I don't know why Cartoon Network is always so obsessed with having like the young, like 8 to 9 range. Like I get those are the people who are probably gonna buy toys and stuff, but realistically, uh, you know, teenagers are gonna have more money to spend than fucking children. Like
yeah,
they should have just continued to market the show towards that. Or hear me out. If they have a show that doesn't appeal to toddlers, how about you don't put it with a show that's aimed at toddlers? Better yet, how about you originally air it on the block made for teenagers and adults that you fucking canceled the show on? Why didn't you just start it there? Like I feel like Beware the Batman would have done way better if it was a Toonami show to begin with. If it went straight to Toonami and was marketed as a show for adults, I think the show would have done way better.
I was gonna say, yeah, earlier, this had potential of being like a primetime show instead of, you know, like you could have put, yeah, I'd still put it on Tanami, obviously, but like, the I don't know, it's just it deserved way better.
It's yeah,
So
it just I just any project, whether you like the show or not. I know there's people who don't like Beware the Batman. That's fine. I love Beware the Batman, but
yeah,
what I will say that even you love it, don't like it, whatever. You hate it, whatever the fuck. I feel like everyone can at least agree that art in general should at least have the chance to reach an audience, and they didn't give Beware the Batman that chance, and that part genuinely upsets me as a fan of that show. As a kid, like I remember being genuinely upset as a kid that show not airing because I was like fucking 8 or 9. I was binging that shit, but it is what it is. But out of all the shows, I feel like that one at least deserves somewhat of a good ending,
it needs something like, you know,
like a comic, a movie, something to finish off that story.
a movie would be pretty cool. Yeah,
Well, yeah, if they give it like a full on like budget and they get like some of the current Warner Brothers animators to fucking do a CG Batman film, put it on Max.
yeah, be great. Go watch Beware the
I
Batman.
feel like
So
of all the of yeah, go watch Beware the Batman. Make it fucking trending so that I can finally get them to hashtag release the Beware cut.
Beware, God.
But dude, God, it generally just kind of pissed me off though. And it's crazy though, is like because the show wasn't promoted as much, not many people know about it. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like Young Justice got a lot of backlash for its ending, which is why it got the Outsiders seasons.
Yeah,
But as far as Beware the Batman, the show was never given the proper time to shine. So not many people know about it to be even able to complain about the ending.
for sure.
Warner Brothers, if you're hearing this, make Young Justice season 5 and finish off that show. Make Green Lantern season 3, finish that show. Make something with Beware the Batman. Fuck.
Let's just have DC Nation return in general.
Let's have a
That'd be
DC
awesome, right?
Nation block on Max.
Yeah. Yeah, with new seasons of like Young Justice, Green Lantern, Beware the Batman, and like more
I
shorts.
guess more Teen Titans Go if you fucking want to. Put the shorts on streaming, make new shorts. Uh,
No, we
we could
no,
you
no,
could
no, we
bring
don't
back the
we
original
don't
Teen Titans. People still want season 6 of the original Teen Titans, so you could probably finish that off if you wanted to.
yeah. I was gonna say we
They've
don't
been
need
edging
we
the
don't need
fans for how
we
many
don't
years
need Teen
now,
Titans
and
Go.
they still haven't finished that show?
They haven't finished what?
The original Teen Titans. They've been edging that for how long, and they still haven't finished it?
2 decades now.
But yeah, the show ends on a cliffhanger. Teen Titans Go makes fun of the fact that it ends on a cliffhanger. Then the after credit scene to the Teen Titans Go movie teases the new season. Then they do a crossover episode of the original show and the new show again,
Yeah,
teasing a season 6, and then dead silence. Tara Strong was on her Twitter fucking doing it. Fucking Israel supporting bitch. I fucking God. I'm sorry, Tara. I cut that out. I love Tara Strong. She signed my card. Put the image on screen of me next to Tara Strong as I say that.
send it over.
I got it. We'll put it
All right.
put it as the fucking symbol. God, I've been
Okay.
yapping. I'm so sorry. My autism's
Let's
coming out
talk
in this
about the
episode.
shorts. let's talk about the shorts, and let's talk about. You could talk about the bumpers because I don't remember. Like, I don't remember them showing. I don't any of them on YouTube, but um, shorts are fucking awesome. All of them are.
Oh, shorts are bad.
Most of them. Yeah.
Well, I can just talk about the bumper real quick because all that was they'd like show like convention like clips of like the DC panels at conventions and like San Diego Comic Con. People in cosplay saying like, "You're watching DC Nation. Here's my fucking in a Power Girl costume."
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you this video of a clip of DC Nation bumps. God, this is a trip. This is a trip. I'm liking this.
Here's my
I haven't
tits.
seen this.
Watch DC Nation.
Fucking 9-year-olds became a man watching that fucking Young
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sent in podcast crew. I sent a link to
Yeah. I see it. What the fuck is
or
that thumbnail?
or
Is that Walter
shorts.
White? It
Is
looks
that
like Bryan
Commissioner
Cranston.
Gordon?
The fuck? Okay. Um,
As far
shorts
as
are bangers.
man, there's I don't even know where to start with the shorts. One of my favorites that I'm gonna talk about real quick was the Batman in Shanghai, which
I
is
was,
just a
I
really
was like,
really
yeah,
stylized, a really stylized collection of shorts with Batman, Bane, Catwoman in Shanghai. You know,
beat,
Chinese
beating the
inspiration behind like the art style. Just beating the fuck out of each other. Just beating the fuck out of each other.
yeah, it is
Overall,
amazingly animated.
it's a
It is great.
weird collection of shorts, but it is beautiful to watch. I'm
Yeah,
also
like
a
it's
big
so
fan
good.
of. I mean, everyone knows the Plastic Man shorts. Everyone loves the Plastic Man shorts.
Oh yeah, Plastic
We
Man
could have got
is great.
we could have got the Tom Kenny Plastic Man cartoon. That's what should have
I was,
replaced.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask if you knew that they had there was a canceled, or I guess they had the Plastic Man show in like 2006, 2007 or something, and then they brought that idea back for DC Nation. That team of people, I guess, they brought that Plastic Man back. Yeah, I
Tom
agree.
Kenny
That's
is
what should
Plastic
have.
Man to me. I plan on meeting Tom Kenny at a Comic Con. I want to get Tom Kenny to sign a picture of Plastic Man.
He's like, "Don't you
I
like
need it.
me as SpongeBob?" And you're like, "Fuck SpongeBob, Plastic Man."
I love SpongeBob. You were also great as Penguin in the 2004 Batman series, but
Yeah, but Plastic Man.
fuck, dude. Plastic Man's the greatest character in all of fiction. He's him. He's peak.
Yeah,
Um, I remember there was a Wonder Woman show that was just fucking weird. I remember that was on DC Nation. It was like low key sexualized. It was a weird Wonder Woman
yeah.
short. Um, some that were badass though were the Gotham City Imposters tie-ins. Those had no those had no right to be on a children's network, but they were sick.
They also had um, stuff for, I think, Lego Batman 2. Like I'm looking at the Wikipedia. And,
Yeah, I remember there was Lego Batman previews that they would air on the network.
right. We already talked about New Teen Titans, which is better than anything Teen Titans Go has put out. Like, it's actually
Right.
funny.
It's what team if see
Um,
that's the thing. If Teen Titans Go was just a full season of those shorts, I'd probably love it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them. Like Green Arrow. I remember Green Arrow, the Green Arrow shorts with Will Friedle as Green Arrow.
Right. I
And
remember those. What was the there was remember the Lois Lane, like, when she was trying to interview Batman?
oh yeah,
That
that
one? That
Tales of
short?
Metropolis. Yeah.
That one was great. Kevin Conroy's Batman was peaking that.
Yeah.
There was another one, there was one that was like Fat Batman, who would fight like, he'd fight Riddler, I'm pretty sure was the villain.
Yeah, that was the Riddler. It was a short about Riddler or shorts about Riddler. Um,
It was short
where he's voiced
about
by
Riddler, and then
fucking Weird.
Batman was rocking that fucking dad bod.
Yeah,
Who
and Riddler's
voiced Riddler?
voiced by Weird Al Yankovic.
That's who it
Weird Al.
was.
Yeah,
That one was fucking crazy. There's also
he was in
the
some other he was in some other shorts like Animal Man, uh, and whatnot. But
I want to give a little bit of a honorable mention. I also really liked as a kid the Lightning shorts.
oh yeah, yeah, I like the Shazam ones too. With
The
with
Shazam
like the
ones are
one
pretty
where
good.
like he's going to the movie theater to watch a horror movie or something, and he's scared scared out of his mind and shit. That's funny. Um,
I'm looking at these Gotham City Imposter ones right now. It's
yeah, there's so many. Like I'm looking at just the Wikipedia list. There's so many shorts. Um, um, they um, they have these on the list, but um, would you count these? One of them is the Batman Beyond short with him fighting that robot
oh,
of
was
young
the you're
Bruce
talking about
Wayne and shit.
the Batman 75 shorts, the
Yeah,
ones Bruce Timm
they have
made.
both of them on. They have both. Yeah, they have both of them on here.
I don't did they if they aired on DC Nation, I guess include them. They're both sick because they're both peak Bruce Timm Batman,
Yeah,
but I don't really know if they'd count as like DC Nation shorts. But I guess honorable mention to them as well
yeah.
because those are sick, and I think they
Yeah,
did air
I
on.
was gonna say it doesn't that that doesn't seem right, like, them being here,
So
but yeah, those shorts are
I did some
fantastic.
research. I did some research, and I think I have a good way to close off the video.
Okay,
So there were two planned uh, shows slash shorts that were going to air on DC Nation that were scrapped after the block got canceled.
right.
So one of them you may have heard of. It's Gendy Tartakovsky's Superman.
Yes.
That was the canceled. It was going to be a short slash pilot that was in early development for DC Nation that ended up getting scrapped whenever the block got canceled. So the block was put on an indefinite hiatus in October 2012, and then it came back in early 2013, and then March 2014 is when it got canceled.
Mhm.
So that's just another fun fact. Something else apparently that was planned to be on the block was there was going to be a live action Blue Beetle pilot that was planned.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember seeing that online. They had, like, a clip of him, like, suiting up and shit.
Yeah, there's
Um,
like apparently they had like a small little clip of it whenever Green Lantern first aired,
right.
but then after that clip they just kind of scrapped it, I guess.
That's a shame.
So yeah, it's a shame we'll never see the creator of Samurai Jack do Superman, and a shame that we'll never see the Blue Beetle show. But they are doing I believe they're bringing back Blue Beetle for the DCU. I think they're doing what are they doing an animated film or something with Blue Beetle?
Yeah, they're bringing him back for something. I forget what exactly what it is, but
I've seen
Yeah, at least
like so many reports. They're doing a. I believe it's a continuation of the DCEU film with like the same actor, but it's in the DCU now.
yes.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I read it was animated. I don't know if it's a show or a film, but I'm pretty sure it's animated. But yeah. So I missed out on that. And there were plenty of DC shows that aired after on Cartoon Network. You know, they had Justice League Action, Teen Titans Go obviously still aired and sucks. My Adventures was obviously, you know, My Adventures was
Yeah.
obviously intended for Cartoon Network before making it to Toonami and getting the treatment that Beware should have, because now it's getting like spin-offs with Green Lantern and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd love to review My Adventures for Speaking Nerd as well, though, because I've only ever seen the first season, but I love it.
I mean, that's definitely an episode for you guys to record because I really don't have a leg to stand on it. So, like,
Fucking watch it then.
um,
You bitch. Just watch it.
I will. I'm going to after the new
Do it.
Superman movie comes out.
Fucking do it. Fucking do it.
I'm, I'm gonna stop yelling at me.
Yeah. So,
Um,
in conclusion for the episode, unless there's anything else you want to add,
no, not really. I don't think so. But yeah, in conclusion, DC Nation is peak cinema, and I will not hear. Well, besides Teen Titans Go, but I will
it
not.
was peak
I will not
cinema.
hear
It
more.
was it was peak cinema till they canceled Beware the Batman.
Yeah,
Because they had a they had a fucking they were like 3-0 with the shows, fucking straight to Young Justice, the Green Lantern, to Beware the Batman. It's like, man, this is awesome. And you watch Teen Titans Go and you're going, fuck, what do they do? What are they doing? What were they
yeah.
thinking?
What the fuck were they thinking?
It's a show for toddlers that we're talking about, dude. They should have Bat Wheels on there. But yeah, in conclusion, it is badass. Go watch Young Justice, go watch Green Lantern, go watch Beware the Batman, skip Teen Titans Go.
And the shorts. Go watch all the shorts online.
I
Like
think
they have all of
there's a
them online.
playlist. There should be a playlist of them on YouTube, all on DC's official channel. So
If not, then I'm sure somebody just made a playlist, and that person
yeah,
probably being
yeah.
ultra brat. But
Go.
but yeah,
I think they're all on the Internet Archive as well. I think they're all archived.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. All my stuff's in the link below. Go watch my fucking fan trailer video. Marvel, you got anything you want to plug?
Reviewing. Well, I'm gonna get back to working on my review for A Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES. So that'll be a fun video.
All the AVGN fans out there, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
Right. That's it. That's it from us, fellas.
Have a good night.
Thank you
Thank you all so
guys
much for
for
watching.
watching.
And what the fuck were they thinking?
They should cancel Teen Titans Go. Cancel it now, please.